Washington Redskins cornerback Josh Norman. How you doing, Josh?
What's going on, Reggie, man? It was awesome last time we did catch up, right?
No, I'm telling you, Josh.
Pretty
Obviously,
cool.
you put everything into it. It certainly looked like you treated it like it was a game day, Josh.
Yeah, I mean, shoot, when you go out there and you got millions and millions of people watching, you gotta come out and perform like it is game day. So that's exactly how I took it as.
And what was the reaction when you got back to camp, Josh?
How was the reaction? Guys didn't think I could actually do what I did. Really, really was. I mean, I had a couple guys come up and actually, partake in that and see it as we was out there doing the dances and they actually was into it. And I even jumped at them when I ended up doing my last dance. So it was pretty cool to have them out there supporting us, and then get all tens at the end. I pretty much summed up pretty much my whole entire little dance off moments.
What do you mean? What are you talking about?
Well, the whole tens that I got, the last dance that we had.
Yeah.
When we had all tens, when we came off the stage and dripped down and the water came down from
That's right.
the Walking on the Water song.
From the ceiling, I
So all
remember
my
that.
guys came out. Yeah, it was pretty cool.
That was great, Josh. It really was great watching you do that this offseason. So getting ready for this season, let's just jump right into it here. How are things different with Alex Smith at quarterback from your point of view when you're going against the ones here?
I don't know. He's very methodic in his approach, and he knows where he can be hurt on the football field, so he don't take those chances or risks. And he makes plays when he gets his chance. If he's not forcing anything, he's going to take what defense gives him. And he's a professional at his utmost, and a guy like that, you can rally behind.
And in terms of just in the locker room this year, is there anything different with him and Cousins? Is he similar? What do you got for me on that front?
Nothing much, both of them are different. Of course, you're going to have different, styles to each person when you get somebody else come in, somebody new, or somebody that was here that was before. You're going to have that compare and that contrast, but they're both very different in their own way. Both of them have some similarities, and like I said, it was both different too. But Alex, he's a winner, and not saying the other one, Kurt, isn't, because of course he is. He's where he's at, and he got what he got. But when you come up here and you get a guy like that, he's been in the league a lot longer, and he knows what's going on. So it's not like you have to wait or do anything. He does everything the right way, and he's in here 24/7. And that's what you like to see in the quarterback.
And now Adrian Peterson's there, Josh.
Oh, yeah.
What's that like?
All day. All day is here.
AD is in D.C.
Yes, I know. AP is in D.C.
Mm-hmm.
all day, every day. Man, it's going to be kind of cool to actually, see him up close in person, see how he breaks his runs and do his thing, because we have an opening for him, and he came through. He grabbed the bull by the horns, and now we're going to see what he do with it. This is his second day, so can't really too much tell. But
you haven't shaken his hand yet? You haven't shaken his hand yet?
Yeah, absolutely. I saw him yesterday when I came in.
Okay, because
on our day off.
Because
yesterday,
whenever I shake his hand, I feel like I'm having my blood pressure taken. His hand's like one of those cuffs they put on there to test your blood pressure.
Oh yeah, he's very much so of a strong man. He runs the ball like his hand. Absolutely. You shake your hand and feel like you have a break right there in between you.
Well, I'll tell you, Josh, one of the things that everybody's talking about right now is the decline of football because of this helmet rule that's in place, that 2 preseason games in, people are left confused, fans, players, and some coaches. Where do you stand on the new helmet rule, Josh Norman?
The same. I'm confused myself. I know we had a meeting the other day about it. I'm definitely confused. I thought it was something where, you was taught to keep your head up and, go through them. But now that I'm looking at what's going on, you can't play football, man. You just cannot play football. I don't know how you're going to tackle somebody without your head being a part of it. That's what the game was made for. It's like we understand what we signed up for. We get it. But at some point in time, you got to stop babying cats, because right now that's what the league's doing. They just keep putting and implementing rules on the game that's already great. Like, what are you doing? Taking away from what's already been, here before. And I get the whole concussion rules and you trying to stop all that, but at the end of the day, man, we scrap up. We know what it is. The liability is there. We have to play football, what it was made to do, what the game was created to do. And at the end of the day, like, that's what it is. You know what I mean? There's injuries and things like that of that nature is going to happen because it's such a violent sport. You can't put on TV and don't think you're not going to get violence, because that is what's going to happen. I mean, if you don't want to watch it, turn away. Like, we're not going to get more viewership by doing this. It's obviously going to be the trifecta. It's going to be the opposite effect. I mean, it's going to take viewership away if you really look at it, because it's no more football. It's something else. So I can go on and on about this as a subject, but
no, I know. I'm wondering, how do you respond then when you see, for instance, Bill Belichick saying there's not a problem here because we don't teach that form of tackling, and then other coaches are saying, we'll take a look at the video and players will adjust. The league saying we're going to just keep on sending video to make sure players understand, and they will eventually adjust. It'll be a period of adjustment. Do you think that's not possible?
That's just pretty much their way of saying they made a mistake. But we'll have to work it all out in the end. Look here, man. Your head is going to be involved in any kind of contact. And it's going to get to a point where something is on the line, a big game or situation on the line, and then that play comes into effect, and then you get a call that's obviously not what it looks like on TV. And then that call stands, and you move a team into field goal range or a touchdown opportunity, and that is your ball game, man. You're going to have fans, Vegas, and everybody else at somebody's throat. So I don't know, man. It's tough. It really is tough to play defense style football in this new league of the offense, because how can you actually play the game? And even for running backs, going your head, they're going to call them too. So I don't really know how you play the game anymore to that sense when you look at it. I know what they say, and you're going to have to adjust. And it's how you adjust to what the game is. It is a professional football game. Like, that's what you get. You get violence with a little bit of flair that goes along with it. If you can avoid it, great. If you can't, that's a part of the game. That's a part of the game. How many chances are you going to want? How many are you going to take? It's just like the cat and have 9 lives. Like, you got to start using some of them, because at the end of the day, that's just what you're going to get when you come to this game. You got to know that and understand that. And I guess guys up there, they make these rules and they come down with them, and that's what they do. But, hey, I can't say it. Only thing we got to do is just leave and going for it. But them FedExes, I hope we don't get that many coming in the box this year, because that's going to be the problem.
Yeah, I know you're not referring to the field. That's your home field. You're referring to some of the fines and missives that come from the league that dips into pockets. Josh Norman here
Absolutely.
on the Josh Norman here on the Rich Eisen Show. One last on this subject then. What was the meeting like? I mean, you said that there was a meeting on this subject. Was it a team meeting? Was it just a defensive back meeting? Were there league officials? Walk a fan through what that meeting looks like.
I mean, it was a meeting to where, it was discussed, it was brought up, and then we had a conversation about it. And in that conversation, we pretty much, was voicing our opinions on it and seeing what, we can do to try to move around the subject, or not around the subject, but around, how to place, a clean hit on another, offender, like the offender, like how to do that. Like, we had a breakdown of that. And I just, from the conclusion of it all, kind of was like, a little bit shuffled by it. It was kind of confused, like, oh my goodness, how are we really going to do this? Like, taking guys out low, but then you lead them with your helmet in, and then when you turn around, you're going to take guys out, with your shoulder pad. Your helmet still is going to be a part in that. So I saw, we saw in a video here on a preseason game where I think number 23 or from another team, he led with his shoulder pad towards his, I guess the guy's torso or whatever, and his head was in there. But he led with his shoulder pad, and he got called a 15-yard penalty for that, like a personal foul. So I was looking at it like, how are you going to play this? So from a fan perspective, I would take into consideration we were doing everything we can as players to make the game safe, but also protect ourselves and make a play for our team.
Last one.
That's the main thing.
Last one for you, Josh, because I know you got to run here. What'd you think of Jalen Ramsey's question and answer with GQ, where he was very honest in his assessment of what or at least honest in his in delivering his inner monologue on quarterbacks in the league?
Honest, brutally honest. That's what you would say, right?
Well, yeah. So I guess what'd you think? Were you amused? Were you a little jealous that he had that?
Jealous? What's the jealousy of
that you were able, that you were just free to given a platform on a magazine to just talk about which quarterbacks suck
free
or not?
to give a platform on a magazine. I had one of those ESPN articles. I really didn't care for it, but hey, that was wrote, so it is what it is.
Okay.
But at the same time, I think we're young, we do things and we come in and we have our mindset on stuff. But when you get older, you start to look at things and see how they affect other people and be like, oh. But I don't know. That was his take. That was what he said and what he believed to be truth in his eyes. Hey, every man is entitled to their own opinion, no matter what it is. So, yeah, for sure, that's how he felt about it.
Okay.
I don't know. Those questions wasn't asked to me, so
okay.
I can't respond.
Okay, Josh, does Dak Prescott suck? Josh Norman, yes or no?
No. See, there you go. You're starting already. Starting already.
So you're not taking any bait, is what you're saying.
See, you know how to get up under people's skin. A lot of people do know how to do that. But it's always like, come on. But no, it's just, I respect every opponent I go against. And you should already know me. I don't really go after wide receivers. I really don't. I go for the quarterbacks, the ones that deliver the ball. I like to play chess with those guys because if you can beat them, you beat the wide receiver because he's the one throwing the ball.
Mm-hmm.
That's my mindset. So I always like to challenge those guys and see who is at the top of their game, who's not. Maybe I would tell somebody that, hey, you're doing all right, knowing that he really sucks. But I'm not going to say that he sucks. So therefore, he would have his confidence high to where, okay, he says I'm good to you, I'm going to come at him. Great, that's what I want you to do. But you actually suck. I'm not going to say that, though. You know, I'm going to kind of play the little cat and mouse game. I'm going to play the head games with the guy. But at the end of the day, I'm be like, all right, you did a great job.
Is that what you were doing with Darnold this week with the Jets? You got Jets fans all excited talking about how good you thought Darnold was.
Stop it. No, man. I was truthful about Sam Darnold. I really was, man. When you sit back there and you watch him, how he was methodic in his approach, I don't know if the guy was on his head to tell him stuff. I don't know. I don't get into all that. I just get into how he was able to read the defense. And, you know, he was poised back there. For a young guy, man, coming into the league where nothing but dogs and people just want to get after you like that, and it's so much faster and the windows are so much tighter. He was able to do some things that really impressed me, man, and a lot of rookies don't do that, and you see that, you want to break all rookies back. You know that from day one. You want to come in here and embarrass him, make him feel so bad. But with him, he just took his time and just, you know, delivered the ball and gave what the defense, you know, he took what the defense gave from him, and he was really good. I couldn't hate or be mad at the man for that. I was like, okay, cool, man.
Okay.
That's pretty awesome to see.
Josh, love our chats. My kid, like I said, he knew exactly who you were because he follows your work on a football field. He saw you in a couple of Disney shows from time to time. And then watching you dance, it was great showing my kid what you could do out there on the floor. The rest of America watched it, too.
Hey, man, it is, man. It's much more to being a football player, you know. It's much more than that. It's the face right here. But actuality, it is a big world out there. You just gotta go and explore it.
And I'm glad you weren't using the crown of your head while dancing, because they would have flagged you for that, Josh.
Hey, actually, I did it in one of the warm-ups. If they showed that replay,
You wiped him
I ended
out.
up colliding with one of my guys.
You wiped him out, Josh. But it looked clean. It looked clean, though. It looked clean on
It
review.
was clean, man. You know what? And we didn't get a flag or a fine for it. So it was pretty cool. We went back
Josh.
to the huddle.
Love our chats. You take care, Josh.
As always, man. Take care.
Right back at you. Josh Norman at J_NO24.
The Rich Eisen Show, weekdays at noon Eastern on Audience.